adventures of a service dog with a busted toenail that's limping through a store. She might have to have her whole toenail removed. I just called the vet. They're closing, and I've got to clean it and bandage it tonight and get her in the morning. So I'm being looked at like I'm crazy, but I don't care. I'm not going to let her walk through the store with a busted toenail like this. She was barely limping, and that's why it took me so long to notice it, but ugh. Her poor toenail is red and raw, and I'm pretty sure that is the quick hanging off over here on the side, and it's split, and we're about to go to the vet. Oh. And we're here. Hello, baby girl.
Hello.
Hi. They've got her back. They've got her sedated, and I already heard the machine going that they were using to fix her toe. So we had two options. One was going to be to cut the entire toenail all the way back, like to the skin, not remove it, just cut it all the way back. Or two was going to be cut to the break and try to repair it to the break and bandage it and let it heal up like that. So what she did is the top of the nail is completely fine. She broke off the bottom half of the nail and the quick is exposed. So the previous clip where all you see is that red flesh on her toenail, that's her quick. So there, I explained to him, what she's doing, how when she turns 2, the mobility. And so, trying to let him understand like what her feet are going to go through and that way he can make a good decision based on what she does, for her to have, the best life and, be pain-free. And so I told him whichever he thought was going to be better for her. And he thinks that just trying to repair the nail instead of cutting it all the way back will be the best option. And he also said, ow. He also said that it will also be the quickest heal time. Instead of waiting for an entire nail to grow back, it's just waiting for this part of the nail to repair itself. So they're also going to clip the rest of her nails for me, get them down really short for me, because she's past due for her nail clipping. But yeah, so poor girl is going to be bandaged up, isn't going to be working. I don't know how long yet. I'm going to talk to him about that and figure out how long we're going to be off of her feet. She's probably going to have to keep her muzzle on at the house it's right here. I brought it with me just in case they needed it. That way because she's used to this one. She's been trained with this one. She'd be comfortable with this one, but they didn't need it at all. But at home, she's gonna have to wear it to keep her from going after her bandaging. So, and I'm sure they're probably gonna give her like an antibiotic shot because the quick is connected directly to the bone and her quick is exposed. So that could be a really big risk of infection. I don't know if y'all can hear that in the background. It's like a grinder going. So they're still working on her. But yeah, so I'll keep you updated. He just came back in. They are reversing her right now, so they're bringing her out of sedation. He said that he was able to leave like the majority of the nail there. And so he said, she's only been down for a few days. I'll probably give her like at least a week off, see how she's doing. If she's still limping, I'm not gonna work her. But he thinks that she'll be fine in like 3 days. So that's awesome, that's great. It's just that we don't even need a bandage. So it was thankfully a lot better than it could have been. They're gonna give her some medicine. But yeah, so now just gotta wait for her to come back around, come to, and then I can bring her home. Thank God, and I love our vets so much. Like, they are amazing up here. This is the same vet that I brought our tortoise to when our tortoise was sick. And, I absolutely love them here. Like, this is, we swapped here when we moved. And they care more about the animals than they do about the money. And that is just, like, amazing to me. So, thank God, she's gonna be okay. And no long-term issues. She's gonna make a full recovery, so yes. Oh my God. Hi, baby girl. How are you feeling? Sweetheart. Yeah. Can you get a look? Oh, that's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Good. Good girl, honey. You got all your other nails cut down and looking good. No, they said that she is the sweetest girl. They love you. Yes, they do, honey. They love you, Maya. They think you're so sweet. Hi, baby. Hi, honey. How are you, love? You're a good girl, aren't you? Look at those ears.
Hello.
Look at those ears. When they carried her in here, her mouth was just like flopping. It was cute, huh? You're okay. Yeah, good girl. Yeah, that good girl. Oh, you look sweetheart.
And she's gonna come check you guys out when she gets a chance, and then with no rush, whenever she wakes up and she's able to walk, then you guys are good to go.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Good girl, Maya. Good girl, baby. Good girl, baby. Oh, sweet girl. They said just to, she's shedding so bad. But they said to just keep petting her, help stimulate her body, help her wake up. Oh, yeah. Nails are looking good, got everything trimmed up real nice. Yeah, got your toe fixed. And look, you're only gonna be down for like a couple of days. We'll see how you feel, but no rush, okay? You just feel better when you can, okay, baby girl? Yeah, you feel better when you can.
Hey, Pumpkin. Are you sleeping?
She's trying to.
Sweet girl.
You were when I had the
talked to
tortoise.
you yesterday, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You were the one who talked to me yesterday. And I was like, I think you were when we brought our tortoise in too. Yeah. They said she did so good.
She did. Okay, so I got your stuff ready.
Okay.
So, you didn't turn me for these, and we'll just do that. All right,
Well, we are heading home. Miss Maya is passed out asleep. She's very slow walking right now. Her foot's a little sore, but she's gonna be okay. Yeah. So, yep. Well, we are back home. I've got me some Pringles and some Coke over here. I'm about to munch on. I'm gonna watch some TV. We got little Atlas here. He was just eating. Huh, see, he was just eating. And we got Miss Maya up here on the couch. She is passed out, but that's okay. I got her blanket up here too. And she's just gonna lay up here with me and sleep the rest of the sedation off. And she's got some medicine that she's gonna get later on tonight. Oh, come here, big boy. So everything is looking good, and she's gonna make a full recovery. She's not gonna have any long-term issues. Yeah. So I made sure the vet, knew what her job was, knew that, in the future, the plans for mobility. Who's that? Do you see yourself? And he does not think there's going to be any issues. He said that she's going to make a full recovery, and he thinks she's going to be fine in like 3 days to work again. So what we're going to do is we're just going to play it by ear. If she's up running around feeling great in 3 days, cool. If she's still limping for the next week, that's okay too. We're just going to go by her. When she's feeling up to it and she's ready to work again, she'll work again. So the toe itself, they cut the nail back pretty far. So if you were to do this at home, you would never cut your dog's nail back this far. Like, this is beyond short. But it's better than them having to remove the entire nail, which is what they said yesterday was a possibility. Worst case, it would be to remove the entire nail. And so I'm just happy that when they started working on it, that they were able to just cut off a portion of it versus having to cut back the entire nail itself. So, and the nail wasn't loose, and so, you know, they didn't have to remove it. And so I guess it really just depended on how much damage was, you know, on the inside of the nail when they got to it. But yeah, it was her quick was completely exposed, and their quick is actually connected to the bone. So, you know, that's a huge chance of like infection and everything else. So she did really good. I brought her muzzle with us because she is muzzle trained. She's not an aggressive dog. She's never going to bite a person. I know that wholeheartedly. But when you have a dog, or any animal for that matter, when they are in pain, they act differently because they're animals. And if you have a dog that, let's use an example, gets hit by a car and it's in pain, and you bring it to the vet and they're trying to do a full body workup to see what may or may not be broken, and they're touching places that hurts, a dog's defense is to bite. It's to get defensive out, you know, from fear. And you can have the sweetest dog and them still react fearfully and bite somebody just because they're in pain. And so it's always a great idea to muzzle train your dogs. And we have our pink basket muzzle. I got it on Amazon. It's nothing super expensive. It's super cheap. I was able to get it in pink just to make her look cute. And she will put her head into it herself. She is trained to wear it when we've got the birds out, just as a safety precaution. And I was able to bring it with us to the vet. That way, if she was just not having, you know, other people messing with her foot because it hurts so bad, and them trying to clean it and look at it and observe to figure out what they were doing, that way, if they needed a muzzle, we had the one that she was used to. Not them just throwing something on her face that she wasn't trained to use, that's going to stress her out more, that is going to raise her anxiety and make her fight them more, which is then going to make their job even harder. So this makes every job's easier. It puts so much less stress on your animal, and it makes the vet's job easier because they're not fighting your animal the whole time. But they were absolutely in love with her. They could not compliment her enough and how sweet she is. They absolutely love her. And that made me just feel so good that she was just that good to them. So she's doing good. If you haven't seen, I actually did go live when she was coming out of the sedation. That video is going to actually be up before this one. So if you're seeing this and you haven't seen the live video where she was coming out of the sedation, you guys can go look at that. Warning, she pooped. As when she stood up, she immediately pooped. So that's just, her body was, you know, she wasn't able to control her body because she was still slightly sedated. And this morning, she didn't want to walk. I couldn't even get her to use the bathroom last night. Couldn't get her to use, go poop. Last night, she barely walked outside enough just to squat and pee. This morning, she went in, and I couldn't get her to pee until right before we went into the vet office. And so it was there. She couldn't hold it. Her body was very limp noodle from the sedation, so it just kind of fell out. So there's poop in there at some point. It's right when she stands up. So when she stands up, if you don't want to see her poop, close your eyes for a minute. And they were all great there. But yeah, she's gonna make a full recovery. She's just sleeping it off. So anyway, I love you guys, and we'll see you guys later. And say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Bye.